Welcome everyone to another installment of the Spyro Reignited Racing Showcase. Today we have a really interesting race. I'm super excited to show this one off. We have the SirBorris going up against Surf OP in 3 any percent best of 3. Here with me today I have Clock District on commentary.
Hello, thank you very much for inviting me. I'm also very excited for this race. It's a pretty good matchup between Boris and Surf.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how both runners do today. Hopefully we can put on a good show, but for at least right now we are going to count down the lads to go. Two, one, go. Alright, they should be off and running. There we go.
Yeah, both of them are off.
Okay, so 3 NE is a super interesting category, honestly. I really appreciate how the category plays in any percent. So I'm really hoping both runners put on a strong showing today. This should be good.
Yeah, both runners have improved quite a lot, especially in the last couple of months. Considering they both do different routes, it's gonna be interesting to see what strats they both show off, their gem routing and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's really crucial. The gems in themselves are super important, so it'll be really interesting to see how both runners go about it.
Yeah, first egg Isabel, obviously stock standard as normal. Boris landed Bianca skip perfectly, same with Surf.
Oh, love that from Morris, beautiful stuff. Surf as well, really strong stuff.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Boris got a little bit of an early start. They managed to get Amy skips a little bit faster than Surf. We're now into Sunny Villa. Pretty chill level. The only real stretch we have is the mile skip there.
Both runners doing it really well. Honestly, super strong so far. That wall glide is kind of dodgy. It can be a big reset point if you're going for a super optimal time, but both runners did it really well. I'm really happy for that.
Yeah, I agree. It's very, very easy to get stuck on that wall there. There is a bit of a path that you can get up without hovering, but it is pretty precise to get up there.
So with any percent, both runners will be needing to collect 100 eggs to open Sorceress's door, and all 100 eggs have been routed down to the egg to be sure we pick the most optimal ones to take. The only thing that will be different to the runners are the gem routes, as we said earlier, and it'll be really interesting again to see how they go with it. Should be fun.
Yes. I do believe that there will be a slight egg difference between both runners. It isn't going to be the greatest of time difference. Actual skill in the run will end up determining who wins that instead of the egg routing, but we'll see what happens there.
Right. Oh, Surf having a little bit of trouble on the Bianca skip there on the second time round. Boris is taking a really confident lead so far.
Yeah. Boris is now pulling all. Okay, there's another wall glide here to get up through this wall. Boris' second try. We'll see if Surf can maybe pull a little bit back time. Another wall glide there for Boris. Up there perfectly. Awesome stuff.
Oh, Surf actually taking a little bit of a detour to pick up some gems there. Really interesting gem route once again. Already coming into play. Really interesting.
Yeah, the reasons for Surf's gem route become apparent when we get to Scorch. Surf will end up having to pick up an extra 1,000 gems in this run.
1,000 gems?
Right,
sorry? Yeah. Sorry, I'm fixated on the gameplay right now. Yeah. So the highest amount of gems both runners will need for the run is 1,000 to unlock Bentley. It would be more, but both runners. Only SirBorris is going with rocket storage, whereas Surf is opting to not do that, which should be very interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, it is still pretty close though between the two of them. Boris has made a couple of small mistakes here in the egg minigame. He's out now, which is good.
It's going to be really interesting to see the time differences because Surf is going to have to go out of his way to pick up even more gems than Boris. because Surf's gonna need another couple thousand to buy money bags. So it's gonna be really interesting to see that gap slowly shift as the run goes on, as Surf compensates for the gems.
And who knows, maybe near the end of the run, we might see it completely flip from one side to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Boris is now out of Cloud Spires, and so is Surf as well. Alright, next up is going to be Molten Crater for both runners.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna have a time check on the entrance of Molten Crater. We'll see how the runners are doing so far. So 3:59 for Boris, pretty good, honestly.
That is a very good entry for Molten Crater, actually.
Boris is storming ahead. Oh, Surf. I know there was a small bit of an early start on Boris's part, but Surf has fallen about 10 seconds behind, taking away from the early start there. So confident lead already from Boris.
Boris has a solid 15 seconds right now on Surf, which is really good to see.
Yeah. Ooh, I'm seeing a lot of bonks on Surf's screen, which is really troubling to see. Obviously, bonks aren't a big deal, but it's about a second per bonk. But those bonks add up, and obviously, the more you bonk, there's a second gone. So you do 10, 20 of them, it's 10 seconds, 20 seconds, just gone like that.
Yeah, considering how many places it is possible to bonk in this run, it could be very interesting to see how much time gets lost here.
Yeah.
Alright, they're both now out of Molten Crater. Boris has just entered Seashell Shore. This will be the first level where we have a egg deviation. Boris will be going to fight the mini boss Bluto. Surf will not. So it will look like Surf is ahead, but we'll see how that plays out once they both wrap up their egg routes a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your opinion on Bluto, Logic?
Where do I start? Bluo. So the troubling thing about Bluo is it's an RNG egg. Basically, I believe it's just a 50-50. Oh, Boris might. Ooh. Little bit of a mistake on Boris's part there, going down an extra 40 than he needed to be. But Bluo has a 50-50 RNG to my knowledge. And if you get bad RNG, I don't remember the specific time, but I know it's about 5 seconds. Which may not seem like a lot, but in a race setting or just PB attempts, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, and it is also very easy to lose a lot of time in Bluto.
Oh yeah.
I have seen a lot of runs reset there.
Mm-hmm.
We are now both in the Sheila minigame. We clip through the wall to get into the portal as we don't have Sheila yet.
Oh yeah. I believe Sheila is one of few portals to be stored out of bounds and is accessible even when you haven't bought Sheila, like Clock said. So it's a nice use of that trick, an out of bounds trick, really cool. I believe one of the only out of bounds tricks in 3NA that's like incorporated into the 80% run, to my knowledge.
Yes, I believe so. Alright, Boris is now heading up to Bluto. We'll see how it goes for RNG.
Mm-hmm. Surf is going to be going to the end of the level. Oh, he's going water. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. I forgot where everything was for a second.
Oh, looks like Boris has got some great RNG here.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Bluto fired one shot off and is chasing. Oh, that's looking good for Boris here. We need 17 rockets optimally.
Alright, that was beautiful. That was beautiful.
That was fantastic. Yeah, so for anyone who missed it, the proper RNG is you want Bluto to chase you straight away so you can go pick up some rockets, and then you want him to go pick up some ammo, and then you can just shoot him. If you get that, you can just take him down very quickly.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna have a time check on leaving Seashell, just because of the egg deviance. Boris was ahead by about 15 seconds, so I'm very curious to see what the time difference is now. Surf leaving with a 7:33. We'll see what Boris is leaving with.
Heading to the end of the level. The last egg and then leave.
Okay, 32 seconds for Blue O. That's a long time. But the fun part of it is Surf has to go out of his way to pick up extra gems. So I feel like that time... We'll see Boris claw it back, I feel, as the race goes on.
Yeah, I feel that slowly we'll see it come back down. And also Surf is doing tanks too, which means that time could flip very quickly.
Now, coming into a speedway, Surf making a pretty bad mistake. I was just about to praise the lads. So, Surf is notorious for his speedway ILs. He's extremely good at them. He's grinded out ILs for speedways for a long time, and it's probably one of his strongest things in Spyro Reignited, at least for 3. It was a shame to see him mess it up there, though.
Yeah, 100%. Surf actually is the former world record holder for this IL, which is really cool to see. The IL route actually is different to what we do in runs, just because it's a lot riskier.
Right.
We take a lot safer of the route.
I believe Surf went safe and didn't do the IR route this time. Waiting for the day he whips that bad boy out in a race. That'd be the dream.
Look, that'll be a pretty fun day if Surf can do it.
Oh yeah.
Now doing the hunter minigame here.
Surf overextending there. Okay, he didn't get shot, so we're all good.
It is also worth noting that this is the only speedway that we see in this run.
Oh yeah.
That is really quite slow in comparison.
And the reason why the runners also do the first race, which can seem really, really slow, is because the 400 gems and the egg you get from both. The 400 gems is actually really important going off that, so that's why we take the time to do it. There's probably eggs quicker than the initial speedway, but those 400 gems really come in clutch.
And now at Sheila time, you will see that both runners are restarting the race and then guidebooking straight to Cloud Spires just so we can get there without having to cross the entire level. Now it's time for an Australian kangaroo that we definitely haven't seen before in this run.
It's the first time we're saving her. So I believe it's 300 gems to free Sheila. The price goes up as the game continues, leading to Bentley's 1000 gem requirement, which is why gem routing is really important for this category.
Yeah, gem requirements at the start of the game, pretty easy because there's not really too many gems in the levels, but as you get further in the game, each level has more and more and more gems, and there's like a couple more levels in there. Once you get to the end of the game, we're looking at like 700 gems per level.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, Boris accounting for that fodder mistake he made very early into the run. So a small bit of lag to his step there.
Thankfully, the fodder is very close.
There is some elements of RNG with the Sheila section, with enemy placements. And it can, although it may not sound like a big deal, it can prove detrimental to time save. Ooh,
yes. Ooh.
It's an upsetting sight though.
And a bit of...
Oh no.
Yeah, they...
Oh. Okay. You
this is not...
never want to see that. Gee, oh, Boris.
This is not good for Boris here. Surf's currently out of Sheila's help. He's currently heading to the first boss of the game, which is Buzz. Logic, what's your opinion on Buzz?
Where do I start? I love him. So, Buzz is actually a super interesting fight because A lot of the technique and strats behind Buzz is actually really interesting, at least for me anyway. I might be a nerd on this one, but I love the kind of depth in the strat for Buzz. It's super interesting. I don't know if either of the runners are going to go for it. They're probably going to play it safe, which is very respectable in a race setting.
Yeah, probably is easy to play it a little bit safe, take it a little bit slower. It is worth taking just a few seconds out, just so then you ensure that you're not dying in this boss. Because if you die, you're straight back to the start.
Oh yeah, there's no health checkpoints or anything like that. So if you screw up, that's game over. Back to the beginning of the boss.
I would also like to know that Surf is about 45 seconds ahead on Buzz entry.
Ooh, okay. But Surf going for the strat, but failing it sadly, it's going to be pretty difficult. I hope Surf doesn't get caught out here. Oh, Boris.
That's Surf done with Buzz. We get a time check on when they're both leaving. .36 for Surf. SirBorris gets.
Oh. Well, Boris's Buzz is kind of scaring me, I'll be honest with you, Clark.
Look, I'm feeling the same way. Boris isn't having a great day with Buzz. Unfortunately, we are sparkless now. We are going to have to look for the sheep.
He didn't grab it. Okay. Jeez.
Being at low sparks levels for Buzz is very scary, considering the second phase you need it is optimal to take a couple of damage abuses. So it's now cleanly in mid-air gardens. We sit Bianca again, and then we get an egg that is under the water, under the bridge. Getting straight into Enchanted Towers. I wonder if he's going to go for the strat, for the jump.
I think he will. He's been practicing it behind the scenes and was vibing in Boris's chat when he was doing it, so I think he's gonna go for it here. Ooh, a little shaky from Surf there. Jeez, that auto flutter. Oh no! Oh, that's bad. That is bad. Oh, that time gap. Oh, that's actually not that bad. Okay, I forgot there was a Zoe there. We're good.
Boris is now 13:37 coming out of... Oh, so it's almost a minute difference here.
I'm interested to see how it goes now. Boris did not have the best Buzz in the world, which is kind of a shame to see. So I'm curious to see how Boris pulls this back. Surf going for the jump.
Surf's now going... Yeah.
Love that. That was good.
Surf's been getting really good at that jump lately.
Oh yeah.
It's a little bit trickier than it looks. There are a couple of spots you need to aim for, but once you get it down, it's pretty consistent.
There's also a trick that, oh not a trick, but some weird in-game mechanic change when you play the game for a long time. We call them 90 minutes. Neither of the runners have it activated right now, but 90 minutes, basically the physics become a little, I don't know what the word would be, but a little bit more loose. So Spyro actually jumps higher when you have the game on and running for longer than 90 minutes. And it really helps with that jump that Boris just did. Both runners hit the jump, which is a beautiful sight.
Yeah, that jump isn't the biggest time save in the world, but for this sort of scenario, every second counts right here. So it's currently in the skateboarding section. Welcome to Tony Hawk Pro Skater 6.
This is what it's going to look like, no doubt.
Oh, it definitely will. It's pretty easy challenge, but sometimes you can get some interesting physics in here.
There's that lip of the of like a rock that catches your board sometimes. It's very infuriating to see. It didn't happen to Surf, thankfully. Hopefully it doesn't happen to Boris either.
Yeah, I have a very hard time with that little lip. I hit it every single time. It just go flying off the edge.
I feel that, honestly.
I would also like to note that at the end of the skateboarding challenge, Hunter does challenge you to a points challenge. Normally in the OG game, you're supposed to, you know, get more points than Hunter and make sure the timer runs out. For this game, if you can get about just between 2,000 2,500 points, I don't know exactly where the line is, but there's a few tricks that we can do. Once we get them, we can just quit that challenge, and Hunter just gives us the egg anyway, because the game just thinks that we've done the challenge.
Yeah, it's really cool that we're able to just quit the challenge and not have to wait out the timer. If we had to wait out the timer, we would not be doing this egg.
Yeah, 100%. It becomes a very fast egg once you manage to quit.
Yeah.
So it's now an icy peak. I made a couple of interesting jumps. Yeah, he's going for the wall glide.
Oh, I love that.
Beautiful.
Ooh. Unlucky there from Surf. There we go. Oh, Surf completely forgot to break the ice. Oh no.
He forgot the cannon.
Whoops.
And of course, Surf's putting that cannon back. He's setting it up for a jump coming up very shortly as well. Another one that is very troublesome.
Hopefully we see Surf nail it first time. Oh. He's taking his time with it. Oh no, Surf's struggling here. It's not a good sight.
Definitely not a good sight when Boris is quickly catching up.
There we go. So because of the mistakes Surf just had there, Boris is actually catching up quite significantly, and not even, I want to say 20 seconds maybe behind.
Yeah, if Surf can get a good meta jump here, he can pull ahead all of that time that Surf just lost.
Yeah. Oh, it's rough.
Alright, it's time for Thieves for Surf now. Normally you're supposed to, use the supercharge area, and you're supposed to get the yellow thief, then get the red thief. We can just get the red thief first, because he just chills out, and then go backwards along the ramp to get the yellow thief, just like that.
Boris is struggling with this cannon jump here. This is a heartbreaking sight. This will be his 4th attempt. Okay, there we go. Alright, sadly Boris could not capitalize on the mistakes that Surf made. Bit of a shame.
Boris looks to be having a bit of a struggle here in Icy Peak, unfortunately.
Surf just purchased Sergeant Bird. I believe Sergeant Bird is 700 gems. If I'm right with that. Okay, cool. So again, gem routing, very important. Even before we get to Bentley for his 1000 gem purchase, it's important as we go.
Yeah, gem routing in midday guns isn't terribly important. The most important thing about the gem routing in the early game is mainly to set you up for Bentley, because it's very easy to get caught under gems if you try and save time.
Right.
Normally you would come out of Icy Peak around 900 gems if you're doing Surf's gem route.
That sounds about right, yeah. Surf being a little cautious for Sergeant Birds. Yeah.
Yeah. Sergeant Bird is a pretty short level. There isn't too much you need to do. You just need it's literally just an escort mission. There is a little bit of a weight mini game that you see where you have to put some weights on some pads, but apart from that, there's a couple of key enemies you have to shoot. You don't have to kill them all. You just have to get the key ones. Once you get those ones, it causes the NPC to move forwards. So once you know where they are, you can just breeze through this level.
I think the gap. Oh, Surf going for. Oh, okay, it's a shame. Surf was going for a trick there called a fly and skip, where basically you pause on the same frame, you interact with the load zone, and it brings up the pause menu like you're in the level. So you can bring up that pause menu, quit the game, and the game's memory will load that level when you boot the game up again. Cuts out the load completely, saves about 5 seconds, I believe, which is really important.
Yeah, we do it in Spooky Swamp because when you load into the level, the music starts and like you can hear Spyro charging if you hold the charge button, and because we use a loadless timer, that'll actually start running at that time. But you don't have any control over Spyro and you can't see anything, so we use that just to cut that out completely. It is also used in Spyro 1 to skip out some fly-ins there.
I just made a note of the time difference is about 1:10 to 1:15. Boris's cannon jump, sadly, being a bigger detriment than I would have hoped to see, honestly. It's really heartbreaking.
Yeah, Surf's taking that lead and he's running with it.
Yeah, he ain't slowing down. It's going to be interesting because I think we might see Boris maybe trail behind, but Rocket Storage can really catapult him into the lead if he hits it.
Yeah, if Surf gets Rocket Storage and... Sorry, if Boris gets Rocket Storage and Surf has an average subs 2, that could put Boris in the lead.
Surf going for a cool pot trick, basically shooting one of the pots and getting the eggs. Just teleporting you around. There we go. That was nice. You saw right there on Surf's screen, he kind of realized he needed the gems, so he veered to the left and commentated and grabbed the gems. That kind of movement Boris won't have to do because of the rocket storage. So it's little bits like that I'm interested to see how they stack up and how the time piles on.
Yeah, 100%. And here we are in Bamboo Terrace. There is a little bit of an end of level skip that we can do here.
Yeah, this is a somewhat new route. Surf sadly does not seem to be doing too well with it right now. Oh man.
Yeah, this is another opportunity for Boris to pull up some time.
Boris also did the advanced pot egg teleport. Love to see it. I'm starting to get worried. Oh, I'm starting to get worried.
Oh, here we go. They're both in Bamboo now.
Oh.
Boris is known to be pretty good at this end of level skip.
Oh, Surf. This might be the thing that... Oh, look at Boris. Oh, both runners seem to be stuck now. Oh, no. Oh, no. There we go. Okay, this is interesting now, Clock, because Surf had a pretty dominant lead and looks to be... Boris has gone ahead.
Yeah, 100%. Surf's still stuck on that wall. Surf's still stuck on that wall glide.
Oh,
interestingly, he's nailing. I think he might go for the normal route because at this point, he might as well just go for it.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it looks like
that is gonna leave a massive bite of time that Boris has already picked up. Boris, I think, is in the lead already, which is absurd.
If Boris can be in the lead by being an egg up as well, this will be interesting.
Oh yeah, for sure. And also, Boris has rocket storage, which would save about a minute to Surf, who has to take a different gem route. So that's another big advantage. Somewhat advantage. It is a bit hard to hit rocket storage, but it's going to be really interesting.
There is a backup if we can't get rocket storage though.
Right. Yeah.
Surf also did get the Madison skip.
22:59 for Boris entering Spike. Yeah, this is Surf, sadly, a minute stuck on that wall glide. You hate to see it, but it's made this race really spicy now.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see how the next half of the game pans out.
Yeah, Boris has about a 20-second lead on Surf now. This is interesting. An egg up in 20 seconds to his name. I'm really interested to see how Surf tries to pull this one back.
Yeah, if Boris can hold this lead, it will be very, very fun to watch. Obviously now we're in Spike, the second boss of the game. This one's not too bad. It's a lot easier than it is in the original game, let's just say that.
Spike is actually the backup as well if we don't get, or if Boris doesn't get rocket storage. These purple rocks has the same property as rocket storage. So if Boris is unable to get it on Scorch, he's able just to come back here and get it off Spike.
Yeah, 100%. Boris is now done with Spike.
Is that early
now in
whirly?
phase 2.
Oh yeah, Boris hitting early whirly.
That was a really good Spike from Boris there. It was very clean. Didn't get screwed over in phase 1 with the rocks.
Yeah, that was a really that was a Spike fight you want to see on PB attempts. That
100%.
was very comfortable.
Yeah, Surf is... Oh, yeah,
Oh,
Surf
no.
couldn't get that rock, unfortunately. It dropped right underneath Spike's feet.
It's been a while since I've seen that attack, I'll tell you what. Oh, again!
Oh, no.
Surf, no!
Surf, what are you doing, mate?
I think... Oh, no. Oh, I was worried he's going to take another.
Oh, no. He Surf through the rock during Spike's invincibility frames.
Oh, no.
Unfortunately, between you hitting Spike and Spike going for the next animation, he does have invincibility frames and you cannot hit him at all. There we go, it's finally done with Spike.
Okay, this race has become very, it is insane how many bad things have happened to Surf in the span of 10 minutes. Not even 10 minutes, 5. Like, it's absurd, honestly.
Yeah, and literally just 2 levels right there. Boris is well into Frozen Altars right now. You can see he's going for the wall glide right now to Jasper.
Ooh, beautiful.
We pretty much skip straight to the like second half of the straight to the second half of the level here.
Okay, we'll take a timestamp for Frozen What exit. 25:36. Okay. So I'm really worried for Surf. 11-second difference, and Boris is a whole level ahead, and an egg ahead too.
Yeah, Boris is very, very, very cleanly in the lead here.
Yeah, very commanding. I'm really curious. I want to be optimistic in Surf's ability, but I think it may have just that wall glide mistake and bamboo might have just cost too much to be recovered. But I believe in Surf. Surf's a really talented runner, so I would not be surprised. Oh, come on, Surf! I'm speaking good about you, my guy. Come on, we gotta go.
And the chat's also pretty happy that Boris is ahead here.
Yeah, Boris.
A lot of people rooting for him.
Yeah, Boris is actually the underdog in this competition. Surf's PB is about 10 seconds better than Boris's, but Boris has rocket storage, which saves about a minute. So it's really cool to see Boris, who is the underdog in this competition, really take a demanding lead in the first race. Really cool to see.
100%. We did unfortunately miss the best egg in the game, but we will see Surf get it very shortly.
I can't believe
It's alright.
Damn.
It's alright, we have another opportunity to point him out.
That's true.
Alright, Surf picking up that rocket. Not to use on the enemies like the game intends you to, but to use it here so we can get at these gems as he comes back.
Yep.
We're going to do what we like to call Sam Skip. Normally we have to run around this little track that we can just get this enemy to throw a bomb, get hit like that.
Beautiful. Wow. Boris, you know what? Boris, I see in chat as well. I was in a voice call with Boris before the race and we were vibing a little bit, and Boris was saying he wasn't feeling too comfortable coming into these races, and he's going to watch this VOD back and he's going to be mighty impressed with himself, honestly. He's really put on a show so far.
Yeah, Boris and I were talking a few hours ago, and he was talking about how he's not feeling great and he's gonna do pretty bad. But here we go. Surf's currently at the best egg of the game.
Noodles!
It's Noodles.
Let's go!
We love Noodles. And
Everyone
Boris is now
loves
the
Noodles.
Jank Whale.
A really fitting name. Okay, so Jank Whale, we obviously won't see Jank Whale because we've implemented ways to avoid it, but Jank Whale is basically, if you enter the whale at an obscure angle, the whale kind of freaks out a little bit, and once you're inside, it's perfectly fine to grab the egg. But when you try to leave, the whale is freaking out because it doesn't want to spit you out of bounds, but it just doesn't know where to spit you, so it just spins in circles for an extra 5 seconds. Really bad time loss.
Spyro.
Yeah, 100%. And the whale does also, if it spits you in a really bad spot, it can actually pick you back up again and swallow you once again. You can lose a lot of time to that whale.
Yeah.
Thankfully, in this new routing, we've negated it. I haven't seen it all on this route, so.
Surf also got sound skip, which is really good.
Yeah. Beautiful work from Surf. It was a very good fireworks from both of them.
Oh yeah.
Forest does still have that lead.
Oh, that was weird. I'm surprised Forrest got hit there, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, it looks like that exploding fast is a very, very large hitbox there. Forest is now in deep into evening, deep into Charmed Ridge here. This is a very, very notorious level, for a lot of runners. If you die here, there's a lot of time that you'll lose. Ooh. So what Boris tried to do is he tried to use the Super Flame power up to get optimally three these cat wizards. One of them opens up the end of the level. The other one opens up these sliding platforms that you can jump on top of. And if you want, you can get that third one there. That's there, but that one doesn't really save much time.
Yeah.
Eddie.
This segment is actually really interesting, the one that Boris is on right now. Boris was actually having a little bit of trouble with this. It's a very difficult segment. Basically, you're not meant to be able to get these jumps first try, but with a little charge, you can kind of regain full control back, and you're able to make the jump. There is a jump coming up that Boris was having a little bit of problems with, but hopefully he can, he's been putting on an insane performance already. Hopefully he can keep that going with that jump.
100%. And then he, you're not supposed to be able to get on this wall at all.
Look at that.
That was clean.
Yeah,
Only you're supposed to go around the wall.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to do 2 different puzzles to then get up there, but we can just skip straight here.
I don't know what Boris was talking about in the VC a little bit ago, Clock, I'll be honest with you. No clue where that came from, because he's a different person in this race. He's insane.
Oh, 100%. He's bringing everything out in this race right now.
I would honestly not be surprised if Boris PB'd this run. Even without rocket storage, he seems to be having a really good race so far.
Yeah, I agree. If this isn't PB pace, it must be very close for Surf.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry, for Boris.
Oh, I think next race, Surf is gonna bring his A game, because I can tell Surf might be feeling a little heartbroken already. So I'm hopeful that the energy and that passion is saving up for the next race, which should be a real good treat if Boris brings this kind of quality to the next one.
100%. I think it also helps that Boris and Surf don't know each other's pace. I think it helps them to focus on their own individual runs. We are getting a couple of questions in chat about rocket storage. Boris will be going for rocket storage. I believe Surf is going without rocket storage for this run.
Yes, it was a mutual agreement by the runners. The race was initially going to be non-rocket storage. However, Boris put on a very strong argument with me, and I agree with what he was saying. Surf actually opted out to doing it, and he said he might bust out rocket storage or purple orb in the second race. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we like to respect the gamble here. It's interesting to see though, because Surf's PP does not use rocket storage. He's a little bit faster than Boris on the leaderboards. Boris is on tanks one, sorry, subs one.
And these are some cool looking
Tanks is coming
tanks.
up later. These are these new underwater tanks. And if you think about it, a submarine is an underwater tank.
You know what? You'd be right. You'd be 100% right there. That's very, very true.
Yeah, these start out on a set cycle, but if you get too close, then they can turn around. So there is an optimal route to get them all. Unfortunately, Boris has missed the last couple.
Yeah, bless. Boris has been not having the best of times with subs one.
You see Surf is also in Lost Fleet. We forgot to mention it, but this is also another level that is basically just an escort mission. What we can do is we can use this cannon to fire off, you know, break the walls down, get the NPC to the end. But we can do the first one, get him into his set spot, break our way into tanks into splits with walls that we cannot or should not be able to get up to, get into subs, finish the escort mission, and leave the level.
Okay. I need to remember the time for Boris here. 39, or 32, 46. Keep an eye on it for Surf too.
Yeah, I'll write that down.
Surf having an almost perfect subs one. Oh, just missed that final sub. Almost perfect, honestly.
Yeah, apart from that last sub, it was very good. Surf is going to have to do subs 2, which is a lot harder. There is an extra sub. I believe they fire back as well.
Yes, they do. They drop little mines behind them, and you can actually get really unlucky. And actually, they would block the rocket that you fire at them. So if you're locking onto a sub, shoot the rocket, and they drop a mine, that rocket's gone.
Ooh. All right, Boris is now he's now well out of Lost Fleet. Now about to see Bentley. He's got the 1,000 gems that he needs for Bentley.
Oh yeah.
We're doing
Oh.
Hannah jump now. Oh, you can glide from that wall, and if you don't lose too much height, you can actually do a hover and get up there. It is a lot harder than it looks though, because that little tower, the hitbox is a lot bigger than it looks.
Oh yeah. Surf is sadly not having a good subs too. Everything kind of crumbled. I don't know if he was running a route that I don't recognize or if it just fell apart early. I pray it's not the latter. He's kind of confused right now.
Yeah, he is basically having to wing it here. There is no set route that he can fall back on here.
Yeah.
But he is out of subs now, which is good.
Oh, I think this is what, a minute and a half lead for Boris. This is,
I believe so.
yeah, very
Already-
commanding.
We've already crossed the minute mark for this lead here. Would like to draw attention to Boris though. Normally what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to flick these snowballs that your brother throws at the gongs and watch this cutscene. But if you talk to Bartholomew as the cutscene plays, you can skip it. And also, I don't know if this game went into QC or not, because I didn't even need to explain it.
Yeah. It's absurd. There's like small things that Toys for Bob, we feel like you missed, guys. Come on now. We feel like Mike got under the radar here. Also, looking back at the time Surf left Lost Fleet, I think it's a minute 40 lead that Boris has right now.
Minute 40.
He left with a 34-10, around a 34-10, so...
Okay, so it's just under 90 seconds.
Okay.
At minute 25, yeah.
Minute 25, okay. Yeah, this is
Boris.
interesting. The eggs have leveled out because Surf did... Oh, Surf missing that jump too. The egg totals have leveled out because Surf did subs 2, whereas Boris did not. But Boris still has a very commanding lead.
Yeah, this is now a much more accurate lead here.
Yeah. Might even be a bigger lead with Boris coming up to Scorch.
Yeah, here we go. This is the infamous rocket storage.
Whip out your metronomes, ladies and gents.
We don't use the metronome anymore.
Oh, you're right, damn. I'm old-fashioned, I'm sorry, I'm old-fashioned.
Looks like someone hasn't run this category in a while.
I'm just that
Yes,
grandpa.
Rocket storage is a very interesting trick. We used to use a metronome to be able to time Bentley's throws, because what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the last hit on the boss right as Bentley throws out a green rocket specifically, because all of the other rockets on the level will deload, but we'll be able to pick it up when we get the egg and take it into one of the other levels. Skip 1,000 gem requirement, and also skip, I think it's about a minute 30. I want to say.
I think so. I know it's above a minute.
Yeah, it's around a minute 30, a minute 40. And we did think that this was pretty much RNG, but Boris actually did some work, and I was sitting in a BC with him and we found out that there's actually a pool of 6 rockets. There's 4 greens and 2 reds, I believe, or maybe it's the other way around. And Bentley will pull out of that pool. So if you can keep pretty much all of your rockets on the field, you can actually in some ways manipulate what Bentley is going to throw.
Really fun trick. Pretty much making an already extremely annoying fight a lot easier, which is really cool, because this trick was actually the mental block for a lot of runners running, or even interested in running the category. This trick was the deal breaker for a lot of people, so it's cool to see that it's been improved on.
Yeah, a lot of people have said, oh, once it gets to like sub 50 or sub 48, I'm not going to do rockets. I'm not going to just run the category anymore, because that's the point where you kind of need rocket storage. Would like to give a quick shout out to Toaster Captain.
Oh,
he's got a 46.
Sorry. I think Boris got it.
Oh,
Boris, no!
Oh no. So as you can see, the rocket is on the field, but unfortunately Boris got his location wrong. It is very quick to be able to get that. 3740 leaving Scorch here. So Boris is now going to have to go back into Spike, the second boss that you guys saw a lot earlier. And he's going to have to pick up a purple rock and carry that.
Oh, I think
into Crystal Islands.
Got cutscene glitch.
Yeah.
Damn, sir.
Yeah, sometimes these cutscenes can glitch out. And you have to watch the whole thing before entering a boss level. Thankfully, these cutscenes don't add to your load list time, so it won't change the final time. We just get to enjoy the plot. The Boris is now back in Spike.
I don't mean to pour salt on the wounds, but I know Sir fancies himself as a lore percent master, so I hope this cutscene doesn't bother him too much. I know he's not had the best of races, but hopefully he can find some comedic value behind getting the cutscene.
At least the cutscene does give Surf a little bit of a break. He gets to breathe for a minute or so.
Boris is now waiting for a second purple rock to drop so he can grab it after he kills Spike here. Basically the same mythology as rocket storage, something just has to be on the field. The rocks don't despawn, so Boris can just walk and pick it up. Nice, there we go.
Yeah, you do have to watch out for Spike's body though. It can get in the way because that hitbox still exists. But he got the rock pretty easily.
Surf going for a pee break during a race. Oh, I think Surf is he's a good competitor. We'll ask him come the post race interview. We'll see what he did. If he did go for a toilet break, that's gonna be some points off the respect chart for both runners.
Yes. Neither of them have gotten any style points this run, I think.
I don't think so. No. Honestly.
No, they've both has been playing cleanly, consistently.
Although style points are kind of important, the PB and the quality of the run obviously comes first, and Boris has not starved us of that. He's put on a really good show so far.
Yeah, Boris is really showing off this run to its full extent right now.
If he hit rocket storage, I would have no doubt he would be 2 minutes ahead of his PB. His run looked insane, and I'm really upset that he missed rocket storage. But hopefully he can
we'll see what happens in race 2.
Oh yeah. I'm very curious to see how Surf reacts to the to this race in race 2. I really hope he puts it into next gear for the next race. It'd be really fun to take this to a race 3.
Yeah, seeing a race 3 would be very interesting. So here in Midnight Mountain, Boris has done another Bianca skip. If Boris lands on that Bianca trigger, unfortunately, that will take away his rock from him. He skips it perfectly.
So yeah, right here, Boris gets an infinite amount of purple rocks and shoots this bandit to be teleported to pretty much the best point in the map, because he can access any area with this fly power up.
100%. The reason why we don't just carry it through the level or through other levels into this level is once you get teleported to an egg, that is when you lose whatever you got in your mouth. So if you've got the rock or you've got the rocket, you'll lose either of them.
Fun little thing on Boris's stream here. He didn't mess up, don't worry. That's part of the strat. We actually land on that lamp. I believe that's the only lamp you can actually land on to skip a majority of the slide.
Yeah, I believe so.
Oh, what did Martelo do to deserve that, Boris? You bully. Oh, Surf going Haunted Tomb, going for Torch Jump. This Torch Jump...
doing different level order.
Yeah. This Torch Jump is actually really difficult and skips pretty much the entire level, takes you immediately in a level. Surf sadly struggling with it. Hate to see it. It's a really hard trick, so there's no judging going on here, but it's just heartbreaking to see.
Yeah, Torch Jump is like deceptively difficult. When you look at it, you think you're supposed to land in the middle, but you're actually supposed to land in the back right corner of the torch. If you land in the middle, you'll just roll right off.
This is yeah, this is rough. This is what happens when you don't get rocket storage. You have to kind of... Oh, there we go. Whew. All right. Okay, Boris now entering Haunted Tomb. It may seem like Surf is ahead at this point, but Boris has actually done a whole level ahead of Surf. Surf has yet to land in Crystal Islands.
100%. We'll see if Boris can do any better with Torch Jump. But apart from Crystal Islands, both runners will be doing pretty much the same route throughout Midnight Mountain, just a different level order, and also Surf will be getting a few extra gems to get the 1,000 gem requirement for the brick.
He's got a lot of gems to go, but as Clock mentioned earlier, these levels have 700 gems in them per level, so there's no lacking amount.
Yes, also Dino Mines and Desert Ruins, just getting the eggs in those 2 levels give you a lot of gems, multiple hundred gems.
Right. Tanks is a really interesting egg because it actually plays better on keyboard and mouse, and we see Surf here utilizing that. The freedom on the mouse allows you to spin super quickly, so you're able to get some really cool angles.
Yeah, and especially in the second tanks, when the outer edges have more tanks around them, you can actually shoot, like you can preemptively shoot and then kind of go around, and that will force the tanks to kind of keep behind their cover and go into your shot.
Not bad from Surf. That one tank sadly being a little difficult, but otherwise it was alright. Both runners opting to use keyboard and mouse for tanks too. I'm taking those myself because I still use controller for this segment.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, again, old-fashioned. Super old-fashioned. I'm worried for Boris here.
He's struggling with the last tank here.
Okay, he sparks us right now, so I really hope he doesn't get sniped.
Oh, true.
Oh, that scared me more than it should have. I'm curious why Boris is coming back over here.
Yeah, didn't he already do the slide? That should be it. Oh, he didn't do the slide?
This is very strange. This is new to me. I'm interested in this now.
I wonder what that he's doing.
Oh, Boris made his own reroute. Ooh, okay.
Interesting.
Okay, that was new to me, I'll be honest with you. That was interesting.
Yeah. Now they're both heading into Dino Mines. This level, you can die very easily in this level. These dinos like to shoot, and they like to shoot very accurately.
Oh yeah. Surf actually got wombo comboed by 2 of the cowboy dinos there. He's able to get his follow back though, so it's alright.
Bit of a person. I used to hate this level as a child purely because of these dinosaurs.
No one would blame you, Clock. No one would blame you. Those dinosaurs are insane. I don't know what Toys R Bob did to them, like how they were programmed, but damn, they know how to kick your ass, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, once you get hit by one, if
Look
you've
at
got
that.
2 or 3 targeting you, they're all gonna shoot.
They also have the coding of they don't stop shooting until they hit you. So they're just gonna keep shooting Spyro until you are available to be hit, and then hit you, and then the others will just keep shooting as well.
Yeah, in casual playthroughs, I've gone from blue sparks, which is we have a couple of hits left, to dead
Jeez.
without even moving. Yeah, it's rough. Surf is out of Dino Mines, so apart from the start, when you did get one more combo, that was pretty good.
Oh. Boris couldn't even make out the water before he got shot, bless him. So, although the times may look like Surf is in the lead, yeah, everyone has to remember that Boris is an entire level ahead of Surf. So, Boris does a very commanding lead right here.
Yeah, Boris is very cleanly in the lead right now. We'll see if he can carry that. He doesn't have much more to go. There are a couple of points though that would be interesting to see. He could throw a lot of time very easily.
Mm-hmm. The same people that made COD aimbots programmed the dinosaurs. Dino Mines.
They are an Activision studio. That's all we need to say.
True, true.
Phoenix did do a little bit of support programming on this game, so both runners are now in Desert Ruins. This level isn't the easiest of levels, but if you get it right, it's pretty fun. There is an end of level egg that Surf did go for straight away, but Boris actually gets it when he comes back later, and you'll see that after.
Yeah.
You'll see that right at the end of the run.
That's interesting. I was about to mention that I don't think I saw Surf turn right. I think he just kept going ahead, which is really interesting. I'm curious to see how this route looks.
Recently we've started to do that.
Mm.
You'll see it when we come out of Molten. Come back here.
Oh, I can see it. Okay. Alright, I can see it. Yeah, you just saying that. Alright, I got you.
Yep.
Okay, that's actually, I respect it. I respect it. That's a really smart reroute.
I believe it was Cat who started doing that. It was the
Ooh.
first one I saw doing it, yeah.
Mm.
We're now in another Sheila mini game.
Yep. Both runners looking very, very close, which is pretty fun to watch.
Yeah. Forrest has got launched up into space. If you do jump during that egg cutscene, as you get the egg, you can still keep control of Sheila and move forward just a little bit more. As you can see, Surf has the 1,000 gems that he needs for Crystal Islands.
Yep. You see the gem deficit between both runners. Boris has not had a single care for any of the gems in the area, so he's 600 short, which is insane to think about, honestly.
Oh, 100%. And we do also need to remember that Surf needs another 300 gems on top of the 1,000 that he has right now, because we need to unlock the Thieves and Molten Crater, which Boris only needs at 300 gems.
Oh, right.
Which you can see right now. Another few eggs to go. Boris is very, very quickly wrapping this run up.
Uh-huh. I'm really, again, I've said it so many times, I'm really impressed with how Boris has done in this race. He didn't seem too confident in the VC, but damn, I don't know what happened between when we said to go to now, but something clearly changed with Boris.
Yeah, something clicked in Boris, and he's playing really well right now. So here there's 2 thieves that we need to get. The first one you just have to charge into it. The second one you get the supercharge power up. This second one is very easy to miss it as he jumps off the edge of the track.
Uh-oh. Oh no!
Oh, just like that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It should hopefully not be too bad. Boris is already charging at him. There we go. Okay.
Thankfully, if you have to do a second lap, you can just run straight into him and you pretty much get him. And Surf is now also going to pay 1,000 gems for what the community thinks is the worst bridge in the world.
I have no problem agreeing with that. No problem agreeing with that. It's true.
Look at that beautiful break.
Get out. Run away, Surf. Get out of there.
Yeah, so here's where Boris comes back for that end of level egg. What we used to do is we used to get this egg first. We used to do a wall glide up to here. Yeah, wall glide and hover up to here, and then get this egg, and then do the level. But you can save a couple of seconds by doing Molten Crater and then coming back to Desert Ruins, getting this exiting level, so you don't have to go back through that little area, and then get your last egg.
Yeah, I'm actually really curious on Boris's pace right now. I don't remember how long Sorceress takes, but I know he's got a high 49 as a PB. I don't think Sorceress takes that long. Oh, he has to go get this egg. Okay, never mind.
I think it's about 2 minutes. Yeah, Sorceress is about 2 minutes if you get a good one.
Right.
So it looks like Boris could get a very, very good 51 here. And Surf doing the thief skip. That is how you get the thief without rocket storage. You just gotta kind of catch him as he starts going.
I wait for the day that runners of 3NE, or just 3 in general, use the UFO bop. Oh no, that's so bad.
That is very bad for Surf. There is an orange tree there that can, it's not the greatest.
Yeah.
Its geometry extends very far. And you play that back up though.
That was a pretty good backup though.
Yeah.
We need to teach the new generation of Spyro 3 runners that the UFO bop needs to be done. Yeah. So the UFO bop, I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but it's a cool strat where you float above Sorceress and kind of dip and dive, up and down, and you're able just to go in circles and do that, which is a really cool strat and significantly faster than the next best thing. But runners don't want to do it. My heart.
So the Sorceress has 3 phases here. The first one drops cannons. I don't know who this monkey is. I've never seen them before in this game.
Yeah, you're right. Actually,
I believe there might be I think there might be one that's locked up, like just down the road from here.
Yeah, I think he was in a cage last we saw him, like at the very, very corner of the map. Oh,
yeah,
Surf actually
he is somehow here.
Surf missed the bandit on the first go around. He had to take the yellow thief around again. Damn.
It's alright though, if he gets the red thief without missing, then it should be pretty good for him.
Okay, Boris on the final phase should wrap up very soon.
Yep. Surf got that red thief very quickly. Yeah, the 3 phases are cannons. You get 2 hits on Sorceress, and then you get a little tank that you can drive around. I believe that's 3 hits, and then for the rest of the fight, you use these UFOs. And that's 51-16 for Boris.
GG. You know what? I think this missed PB by a fair bit, but honestly, I have been thoroughly impressed with this performance for this race. Yeah,
it wasn't PB, but it was a very solid run. Boris should be very proud of himself for this.
Yeah, even without the PB, he put in a good shift. I'm hopeful we see this again in race 2 and maybe even race 3. That'd be a beautiful showing from Boris.
100%. Maybe we can see here Surf getting his 100th egg, Billy. getting on that whirlwind, we'll get to see another sorceress fight.
Oh yeah. Thank you for the GGs for Boris. We'd love to see those kind of showings. We'd love to see the support as well. We all need to have a word with Boris when he gets in the VC about not having confidence for himself, because that run was honestly beautiful. I gotta give it to him.
Yeah, for someone who wasn't confident, that was fantastic.
For someone who wasn't confident, that was a confident showing, I will say.
That really was. Yeah, there were a few early bonks at the start, but there wasn't anything. It wasn't really anywhere that Boris lost too much time.
Yeah.
He kind of just held his pace and just kept going. And then when Surf screwed up in Bamboo Terrace, Boris just kept going, stayed consistent.
Yeah, I'm actually really interested. If Surf didn't mess up that Bamboo Terrace, I still think Boris would have won this race. I don't know.
It would
if
have been a lot
Surf's-
closer, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if Surf's form. I don't know if he was tilt or if he just couldn't get back in the mindset of things. But if we're just cutting out the Bamboo Terrace mistake Surf made, this would have been a super close race.
All right, so Surf's now on to phase 2 of the sorceress fights.
There we go. Okay, whew. Taking those long shots on the tank are really impressive for me. I love seeing it. Catching her on that snow.
Yeah, 100%. Considering how slow the shots from that tank move. Considering you also have to fire ahead of the sorceress to get them.
Yeah, you need to have really good prediction and aim to catch her mid-walk. Oh, that UFO was super convenient there. That was beautiful.
Yeah, it was nice and fast and it was right next to him. You can actually, between tanks, cannons, and UFOs dropping, you can actually run around and see it come over the top of the wall. And you can kind of predict what you're going to get.
Surf is scaring me, Clock. My heart.
It's scaring me too.
My heart. Oh my god. Okay. GG to Surf.
5304. GG.
Okay. GG. All right. So that first race, honestly, Boris was the underdog, but he put in a stellar performance for race 1. Honestly, I'm really impressed.
Yeah.
It's a funny thing.
Alright, we're gonna give the runners a 2-minute break before we set up game 2. Clock, I want you to hit me with your thoughts on race 1 in detail.
Oh, where do I begin? That was a show from start to finish. Both runners started out really, really strong. It was very close. Right up until midday guns. Surf unfortunately had about a minute time loss there in Bamboo Terrace, which allowed Boris to pull away. It still would have been a Boris win, but regardless, both runners have definitely shown what they can do with this category. I'm very excited for race 2. We'll see if Surf can redeem himself a little bit in race 2. And of course, Boris didn't get rocket storage, but did get the purple rock storage. I wonder if Surf's gonna go for that in the second race. I wonder if he's changing his mind.
Yeah, so we gave the runners a 2-minute break. If both runners want to go immediately again, we'll let them. No problem. So we're just waiting on their response now.
Looks like we might take a few more seconds.
Oh yeah, so let's go and put the toilet break. So,
do you have any predictions for race 2?
Oh, I'll be honest with you, Clock. I really don't know. I know Surf is going to be wanting to redeem himself for the performance of the first race, but Boris is really good form for the first one. If I was to put my bets down, I would say Surf is going to come back. I feel like he has a lot of pent-up energy after that first race, not really going his way. So I'm really interested to see the bounce back. And if Boris plays the way he plays this race, it might just be a 2-game showcase, which would be really impressive. As again, Boris is the underdog. You gotta remember here, Boris is the underdog, and he just beat Surf by almost 2 minutes, which is absurd.
Yeah, it is absolutely insane. I think Surf might have been a little bit annoyed by that Bamboo Terrace, and that might have given him a little bit more energy to focus in really hone in, focus on the run, and just smash out a good performance. I would love to see a third race.
Oh, I would too, 100%. I think if I want Surf to win this race, so we get that race 3 where it's just super tense. Because if it goes to a race 3, I don't know who's gonna win. I really don't.
Honestly, I want to see a race 3 with both runners pretty much at their peak performance, and I want to see it get as close as possible.
Oh, that would be
so much fun to watch.
I know, I would love that. It's gonna be really cool with how different the routes are for both runners. It's really interesting to see how close they stay. If they were both playing at the top of their form, it'd be so cool to see them play at the top of their level and see the different ways that their routes perform, and just see them kind of come really close to each other and then disperse again, and then kind of like a wave being close to each other and then taking away again until the very end. I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah, 100%. In previous community races in previous years, we've seen that happen quite a lot. We've seen a little bit of a roller coaster performance in other races, so maybe we might see it again tonight.
We're currently just waiting on Surf. Hopefully, I will give Surf as long as he needs. Obviously not like 10-20 minutes, but I feel like Surf's gonna need a minute to kind of calm himself down, freshen himself up for the run back.
Yeah, I agree. We'll give Surf a little bit.
I'm actually curious, if you wouldn't mind, Clock, could you bring up the PBs of both of these runners? Obviously, I can't do it right now because of the stuff I got on there.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Surf's got a 49-minute and 37-second PB. Boris is 20 seconds behind at 49.57.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
So I think he would have PB'd 100% if Boris grabbed the rocket for rocket storage, which breaks my heart to hear, but his performance again has been amazing, so...
Yeah, it would have been either PB or would have been very, very close.
If we see a PB today, I would be over the moon. I'd be so overjoyed at that.
Yeah, PBs are always good to see in these races. PBs, world records, always fun to see.
It might be wishful thinking, but both runners PBing on the same race would be top tier content. I'll be honest with you.
But both runners PBing on race 3?
On race 2. This race, that'd be beautiful. Race 3 as well?
True.
Oh, that would...
Yeah.
Oh man, that would be amazing.
Boris strikes and Surf pulls ahead. We go to race 3 and then both PB. Looks like they're both ready as well.
Are they both ready? Okay, I'm going to mute and give the countdown.
Awesome. All right, here we go. Here comes the count. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. There's a little bit of lag with that count there, but it's okay.
Yeah, the internet was struggling there. It took a little bit of time to push the 1 and the go out, but...
Yeah, it was like 3. Yes. 2, 1, go.
Even Discord's trying to keep the anticipation going. Okay, I'm really interested again. I think the routes are going to be identical to last run. I don't know if they're going to be changing anything up. So it'll be really interesting to see how they perform in comparison to their last race.
Yeah, I don't think Boris is going to change up his route at all. His route was really good, really clean. His gem routing was really good. He ended up pretty much optimal through the whole run. So I think Boris is going to keep it clean. Surf might go for Purple Rock, though. We'll see what happens.
Oh, Boris. Okay. Both runners nailed this jump at the start of the last race.
Have the tables turned already?
I think Surf is like he's ready to go now. Like honestly, hopefully.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm worried. Boris may not have the stamina to keep the performance going. I hope I'm wrong. Oh.
Okay, interesting wall glide here for Boris. Is
okay.
there it is now up. Surf's got a few seconds on Boris here. Surf's gonna need all the time that he can get
Yeah.
if this race goes anything like the last one.
I think. Yeah, I really don't know. I want to fire some predictions or like maybe like give more insight, but judging from how last race went, I do not know how this race will go. Honestly, it's really interesting.
Yeah, it's way too early to start rooting for anyone because I just don't know. I was kind of expecting Surf to pull away, and then we saw Boris. So
yeah, like Bamboo Terrace as well. It's one of those levels that kind of catches you off guard. Really, I know Boris was talking earlier in the VC. It's always the levels that are the easiest that become the biggest problems in some races, and for Surf, Bamboo was that problem.
yeah, the second Bianca skip. Oh, they've both missed it.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, both of them got a second try though.
Okay, a 7-second difference for Cloud Spires. Not bad. If we can keep it 7 seconds the whole race, I'd be overjoyed. That'd be great.
If it's second seconds the whole way through, that would be fun to watch.
Surf doing well there. Oh, Boris flew right into that
Boris.
mountain there.
Yeah, Surf was very clean with those two wall guides.
I really hope.
But that second,
Oh, go on, Clock. Sorry.
Yeah.
Nah, go on.
it's okay. That second wall glide, it's very easy to screw that up. There is a couple of areas that you can actually get an auto hover on there where the game thinks you want to kind of get onto a ledge. So you do have to kind of watch how you do that, but the rest was pretty easy.
Yeah. I'm worried that Boris won't be able to keep the form. I hope I'm wrong. I really do, but I'm worried stamina might be a problem for Boris this race.
Yeah, I agree. If he gave his all in that first run, that could affect him here. We might see a third race.
I guess that's kind of the want. We all want a third race. We don't want to break any hearts, but a third race would be very cool to watch.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter who wins. A third race will be always fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
Surf just had a really good Cloud Spires there.
He really did. I think this is a brand new Surf. Honestly. I don't know what he
Now
did.
Surf's turn.
I don't know what he did in that toilet. I don't know like what he like refreshed up with, but he's got a new man right now.
100% agree with you there.
Oh, did Boris mess up
Yeah,
there?
Boris went. I think Boris went too early when he went into Cloud Spires.
Oh, that's interesting. Wow. Boris,
Yeah, we'll take a
Boris
quick
did
look,
look.
though.
Boris did look to take off really quickly after the Hunter dialogue. I'm surprised that affected his behavior there. That's really unfortunate, honestly.
Yeah, just a quick little thing for chat. If you get to that second, he did. If you get to that second area where Cloud Spires portal is too early before Hunter stops and he's ready to talk to you again, you have to go back to that starting area and you have to talk to him again.
Wow. Yeah, I think not the best of starts of Boris, sadly.
Yeah, that's another handful of seconds of Surf can pull away with. It's a 4:39 leaving Molten. I think we'll get a time check here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn. This is a new man.
Looks like it.
Surf is really
Looks like it
showing
could
up.
be a 20. Yeah, it looks like it could be 25 seconds. Oh, yeah, just over 20 seconds.
Oh, wow.
That's a strong lead.
Yeah. Jeez. I want to like bring up Surf's splits right now because he seems to be playing exceptionally well.
Yeah. 22 seconds in the first hub. That is a strong performance. And again, just like the last race, this is also where the two runners egg routing will probably deviate. We'll see what Surf does. I don't think it's going to go for blue though.
I don't think Surf has ever been a big fan of blue. I think the moment he had the chance to route that out, he took that chance.
Yeah, and Surf got a very, very good clip through the wall there, using those barrels. But here's that kangaroo that we've definitely never seen before. Definitely isn't locked into a cage.
Oh, Boris. Boris actually had troubles with this in his last run, and he missed the cycle there again.
Yeah. Well, I think Boris missed 2 cycles last run because he got hit before getting in line and then missed the next cycle.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Ooh, Boris also falling in the water. Again, every second counts in these races.
Oh, yeah. When Surf has a race where he doesn't make that mistake in Bamboo, it's a different story on how close it'll be. And as it's looking, I think Surf is putting in a shitter as Boris. I feel like feeling a bit of the fatigue from last run.
In normal PB attempts, those few seconds might not matter as much, but in a race when, you know, you're already 20 seconds behind, losing, you know, 2-3 seconds is pretty bad. We'll see if Boris can pull anything back.
I don't want it to get to a point where we're hoping Surf makes a mistake for Boris to catch up, but as this race is not even that deep into the race, but I feel like this might be a bit of a dicey call for Boris, whether he has it in him to pull it back.
Boris is now in Pluto, and Surf has just finished the tunnel, so it might look like Surf is a lot further ahead than he actually is, but Boris will be 1 egg up. May I his RNG wasn't great.
Oh, this RNG is not great.
Not at all. As we said last race, you want Bluto to go underneath the water and chase you straight away, and then go straight for those ammo boxes, because then that gives you the opportunity to get ammo before him and then start just hammering down on him.
You know, I was just thinking about it. We were talking about the one thing that could change this race into Boris's favor. That's rocket storage.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, obviously Boris sadly missed it in the last run, but I feel like if he plays the same as he did in Scorch, there's a lot more skill involved. So I think if he has that same skill level, I reckon he'll be able to snatch that green rocket, and that would be the difference maker. That'd be a big difference maker.
Yeah, you can save a lot of time with rocket storage as long as, you know, as long as Boris can stay within about 90 seconds of Surf. Up until rocket storage, it could still, you know, it could still turn into Boris's favor. Boris also having a very, very good mushroom speedway.
Oh yeah. So showing off his IL knowledge, pretty strong, honestly.
Yes, if there's anything that Surf's known for, it's definitely ILs.
If there are more ILs than 3 any, Surf would be like a kid in the candy shop, I'll tell you what.
We'll just have to find a way to route in Harbour Speedway.
Oh, if we can route on Harbour, yes please. I would come back to 3 any for that. Oh man.
Everyone would love Harbour in 3 any. So he missed the same, yeah, Surf missed the same UFO again. Both races, interesting.
Might be, I think that might be a new way of Surf's doing it. Obviously not missing the UFO, but I don't think I've ever seen Surf utilize the boost on the UFO. And I think that might be the problem. I don't think he's too comfortable with that route.
Yeah, both races, Surf has been a little bit high when it comes to that last UFO there.
Might be some muscle memory problems or just bad luck, you know, maybe he just messed it up twice.
Yeah, Boris had a slightly shaky mushroom speedway. He did miss one of the spiders and did have to hover, turn around, and get that, and then nearly had a shaky butterflies, but he's now out of the time attack.
Obviously, the ties between the runners are non-comparable because Boris is an egg ahead, doing Blue-O. The only point that we can effectively say the position of the runners is... Oh, Boris.
Ooh.
This is dodgy now. Oh.
He's missed two. He missed the one that Surf missed, and he also missed the one before it.
Damn. That's unfortunate. UFO is really throwing a wrench in the works for both runners today.
It's definitely not playing nice for either runner.
I'm looking at these timers, and I want to keep up to date with everything, but we can't do that until Lost Fleet, after Surf does substitute to fix the egg deficit. So we'll keep going with the deficit we had before Seashell, which was Surf is ahead of by about 25 seconds.
Yeah. I think if that were egg for egg, I think Surf might be ahead about 30 to 40 seconds here. And especially after Boris had a pretty shaky Bluto, it'll be interesting to see how much Surf pulls ahead.
Yeah. Surf, I have not seen make many faults besides the UFO, so I think he's feeling pretty good this race.
Look, I'm touching wood right now. This has been a very clean run from Surf.
I think his early game and his last run was actually pretty good, and he's ahead of that right now, which is really, really strong, honestly.
Yeah, 11 minutes on the dot heading into Buzz. Again, Buzz is definitely not our favorite boss in this run. Buzz likes to have a bit of fun.
I'm curious because Surf went for the head bash strap in the last race. Sadly did not work out for him. I wonder if he's going to go for it again or decide to play it more safe this time around.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to see how this plays out.
Oh, Buzz sidestepped and Surf there. Clean.
Buzz knows Surf's tricks.
Read him like an open book.
Yeah, so there's the damage abuses in phase 2, because that firewall takes a long time to drop.
Oh, I don't know if Surf knows the head bash strat too well. I think that was him going for it without realizing that distance is important. And he's not going for
shape.
Oh, wow, that's
Sparkless. He's Sparkless on phase 3. The fireballs that Buzz spits out, they do have a phantom hitbox.
Okay. Terrifying. Again, from Surf. His last Buzz wasn't the best as well, but this is interesting because not having a Sparks is actually pretty bad because there are a couple of gems, some 5s lying around that you would want to pick up. I think Surf might opt to quit game, and if he doesn't, he's going to lose about 20 gems, which, again, may not seem like a lot, but honestly might be detrimental later on.
Yeah, 100%. And also with that, with the egg deficit that we have, if we include that, Surf is currently 1 minute and 27 seconds ahead.
Okay. I don't think we said, but the reason why Surf glides out of that door is to avoid hitting a Bianca hitbox. There's a Bianca dialogue sequence after every new hub, and you can actually skip a majority of them. Surf skipped that one right there.
Yeah, I briefly touched on it, but we didn't really talk much about it just because there was so much going on in the last race. That Bianca hitbox is very, very small. It's very easy to get past it.
Oh, okay. He did that on purpose. My jaw just dropped like instantly, but it's okay.
Yeah, I was watching Boris and then look over and all of a sudden Surf's squished like a pancake.
Honestly, a smart play. A quick game would have taken longer, and obviously grabbing the sheep, you're only going to get green unless you get the 1-up.
100%. Surf is once again going for the jump to the end of the level. Instead of having to go all the way around the level through the towers. It doesn't really save too much time, but if you miss it, it's definitely slower.
Yeah, but as the nature of any percent, you gotta risk it, or you gotta go big, or you go home. Surf nailing it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Beautiful. That's really been nailing that jump today. We'll see if
yeah.
Boris can get it too.
That jump is a heartbreaker to miss. You never want to see anyone miss it. There are some tricks that you see a runner miss, and it's interesting because like, oh, the other runner hit it. There's like a lead there. But missing that jump is just a feels bad moment, might I say. It just doesn't feel good for anyone involved.
What's even worse is if you miss it and you go too far left and then you fall off the edge and die.
Oh yeah.
We'll see what Boris does after getting the ladders here. Yeah, he's going for it.
Okay. Boris also nailed it last
Here
run,
we-
so hopefully he gets it
He
this
did.
time.
Yeah, Surf's currently about halfway through skateboarding here.
Alright, let's see it from Boris. Ooh, okay.
Beautiful.
The angle he lifted off with kind of scared me a little bit, but he completely got rid of that with that execution.
He jumped very far left, and I was a bit worried that he wasn't going to hit it, but thankfully he counted for that. And here Surf is going to do the final egg for Enchanted Towers. Oh, he missed. Yeah, optimally you want to get 5 spins on that ramp, but you need a lot of height to be able to get it.
Yeah. Oh, I think, what is... Oh, it needs 3,000. Oh, what the?
I believe Surf could quit now and would get it.
Oh, we need a fact check on that. I don't remember if it's 2,500 or 3,000.
I believe it's a bit below 2,500.
We need a fact check on that one,
yeah.
I think. It's really weird too, because Surf went off the ramp the second time, did the trick, but didn't get any points.
And didn't get points. The game didn't give it. They didn't give him the flip. They didn't give him the nasty knock.
That was bizarre. That's really the most bizarre thing about that. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, Boris. Also messing up the nasty knock there.
Yeah, they both had an interesting skateboard. Boris had a bit of a shaky skateboard. Right as I was about to say that Boris could pull some seconds ahead, and he also gets the 5 rotations there on that ramp. So there's definitely a few more seconds that Boris can start clawing that lead back.
Okay. Icy Peak is a level that both runners really struggle with in the last race, so I'm really hopeful that they do well today, or in this one.
Yeah, we'll see if Maynard jump is any better for them. Surf thankfully got the ice this time.
Yeah.
I didn't question it before he tried to make the jump, but I was thinking to myself, why was Surf not getting the ice?
Oh,
Like,
okay. That bonk.
Oh, almost bonked off the edge.
Really good from Surf there. I hope Boris can replicate that kind of form, or else this race is gonna be taking a very drastic turn.
Yeah, 100%. Boris did a little bit of a double take on that ice. They thought he was going to be a little bit left, but thankfully just hit the edge of that hitbox.
I hope Surf doesn't miss the bandit. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, Boris also nailing Maynard. Love that.
Boris is going to claw back a couple of seconds there because he didn't bonk on the egg.
Mm-hmm. That small bonk. That like 1 second. Again, not a lot, but the bonks add up.
Exactly. Not a lot, but this could add up by the end of the run.
Mm-hmm.
One thing also to know about Icy Peak, when you leave Icy Peak in this run, there is a cutscene that plays. If you skip it too early, you get locked into that cutscene just like Plot Percent. But the thing with that one is that cutscene doesn't stop the loadless timer. So if you skip that way too early, you lose 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Oh yeah, I remember when I first learned about that was when I was taught about it, and Nost, an SRT runner back in the day, was actually on a world record pace run for any percent, and he got that cutscene glitch. It's a heartbreaking sight.
Yeah, I remember when I started running this category, I also used to get that cutscene quite a lot.
Mm-hmm. I think every runner's gotten it once, but it's always heartbreaking when you're on a good pace and then you see that cutscene. It's honestly heartbreaking.
I remember when I first got it, I thought the game was broken because I didn't know that if you skipped it too fast, you were stuck inside of it. For the next minute and 40 seconds, I'm just going, what is wrong with my game?
I thought my controller was broken, honestly. I was looking at my input display like, what's going on? Why is it not working?
Yeah. Yeah, both runners are in Sergeant Bird, but Surf is right at the end now. He's just killed the last key enemy, getting the last couple of gems and the final egg of the level.
It's really interesting. Neither runners have made noticeable mistakes yet. Obviously, Boris had a bit of a shaky opening, but compared to last race, it's already looking much better, and I'm curious to see how that continues into the latter half of the run.
Yeah, after that opening, I think Boris has kind of opened up his form a little bit more, and he's starting to play a lot better.
Ooh, Surf getting flying skip. Very impressive.
Beautiful.
Very, very impressive there. First
Yeah,
try
either of them got a last race.
Yeah, neither of them got it.
So if Boris can't get that, that will be another few seconds that Surf can pull ahead that lead by.
I was saying that I feel like Surf's gonna have a lot of pent-up energy for this race, and I think he did. Honestly, he has played really, really well so far.
Yeah. There's a very good friendship between these two runners, so the rivalry will be insane for these races.
Oh yeah, the bragging rights too. That's the important one.
Always about the bragging rights. Surf just had a very, very good spooky.
Yeah, that looked kind of. Honestly, I wish I had his splits. I wish I did, because I'm really interested to see this pace Surf's on right now.
Yeah, Boris missed the flying skip, but he did get the quick game continue. So again, that will be about 2 or 3 seconds that Surf is now further ahead by.
Yep. Do you think Surf's gonna go for the bamboo wall glide again?
I don't think so.
If he doesn't, and Boris
Surf is
does, that's a good bit of time save Boris is gonna get back.
Yeah. Well, we're about to find out because Surf is now entering Bamboo Terrace. And we're looking at the times now. It's a very good lead for Surf right now.
Oh, he's going for it.
Oh,
let's
can
see
he
if he can
redeem it?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
Is it going to be a repeat?
Not again.
Surf, no, please.
Surf was playing so well. I really hope he gets it now. Right now. Alright, that's good.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. My heart dropped for a moment. I got so worried.
Yeah, same here. We definitely didn't want to see a repeat of last run.
Yeah. That would have been mentally a really, really upsetting event to happen. It wouldn't even be it would be advantageous for Boris, but I don't think even he would be happy to hear that as well, because it's just upsetting.
Yeah, the Bamboo Terrace and the level skip, again, just like we said before, it's one of those tricks that it's just upsetting to it's upsetting to screw up, you know.
Oh, Boris also having his own troubles with it.
Yeah, he is.
Okay,
And there we go. I think Boris was a little bit faster with it.
I think so.
There's a couple of seconds it has managed to get back by 21:41 for Surf. We'll take a look. We also do need to remember that Boris is still an egg up on top of Surf.
Yep.
I think Boris might have clawed back about 20 seconds since the last time check.
Oh, wow, that'd be impressive.
Yeah, we'll take a look. So we're nearing up on a minute here. It's 21:41. Yeah, minute 5 seconds now. So Boris has clawed back around 20 seconds. That's really good.
Jeez, that's insane. I wonder where the 20 seconds came from, because we were watching Surf get those small tricks to get ahead of Boris, to then be 20 behind him. That's interesting.
Because coming out of Buzz, Surf was a minute 27 ahead.
That's interesting, yeah. I'm really interested in seeing. Maybe we're seeing it wrong. Maybe there's something. We were focusing too much on the little things. Maybe there's a big thing we might have missed. Obviously,
Actually,
the bamboo wall glide didn't look that bad between both runners, but.
oh, Surf just got the purple rock and he hit the chicken instead of hitting the boss. Oh no.
That chicken put his life on the line for Spike. Very admirable.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? He got a one up from it. So.
Yeah. Both runners had a good phase one as well. Does Surf get the early whirly?
Nice.
Yeah. 23:41 coming out of Spike. That's pretty good pace for Surf right now.
Yeah. I mean, obviously Surf lost 20 seconds to Boris, but I still think he's on a pretty good pace. Definitely better than his last run, with how his spike went in his last run. So.
Definitely. Yeah, Surf definitely isn't happy about that chicken. Just taking a quick look at that back channel there.
Oh, are they expressing their hate in
Yeah,
the,
last run there was a few expressions.
I wish I was. I'm gonna cut the VOD and read up through them and just have all the memories flooding back of just the pain of the runners.
Yeah, last run Surf was talking about that bamboo and the cutscene as well.
Oh.
Interesting how Surf's mistakes they've always either been like, you know, a couple of seconds or it's been like 30 seconds to a minute.
Boris is running with one hand and blindfolded.
Look, I mean, if it was running one-handed and blindfolded last run, damn, that was
Yeah, jeez. I really hope this is the kind of race that you want to see Boris hit rocket storage in.
Oh, 100%. You know, behind by a minute all the way until rocket storage. Pulls ahead by, you know, 30 seconds to a minute.
Oh yeah.
Then again, Boris could claw back a lot of time. If Surf's Lost Fleet doesn't go very well, if he gets really bad subs too, Boris has an opportunity still.
Oh yeah, very true. Obviously, Boris got bad RNG on Blue O. If Surf messes up subs too, that can kind of equate the bad RNG, and then we could be looking at an
100%.
interesting race.
Yeah, well, coming out of Lost Fleet, we will see the actual difference. And of course now fireworks factory, time for our favorite egg once again.
Oh yes, we're not missing it. We're not missing. We're gonna say it for both runners this time.
100%. Yeah, let's get this. Here he is, hiding away in the alcove. It's Noodles.
Love him. Nothing but love.
Everyone loves Noodles.
Oh man.
You know you're a Spyro speedrunner when you get excited.
Multiple people, fists in the air, pure joy when they see nudes on screen.
Everyone at home's just like yelling at their screen.
Every viewer right now, yes, Noodles. And we're gonna be hearing it again because Boris is there too.
Oh yeah, Boris Noodles.
Yes.
Ooh, a little bit of an interesting exit coming out of Noodles there, both a bonk and a hit on the lava.
Oh, and Surf also missing Sam skip.
we'll
Nailed
see.
it first time in the last run.
They both nailed it first time, yeah.
Yeah, second try ain't that bad for Surf.
Yeah, thankfully that enemy did go for him again. Sometimes the enemy can, you know, he doesn't run out of bombs, but he kind of just doesn't want to hit you again, and then he just does his like walk cycle, and then you either have to like die and then miss the gems that are right outside, or you have to go all the way around, and going all the way around is like 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's rough stuff. Hopefully Boris can get it first try. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Ooh.
Alright, well,
Second try? Nah.
yeah, second try for both runners. No time saved, no time lost.
Second try is still pretty acceptable.
Yeah. Oh, the bonks though.
Yeah. Boris hasn't had the best fireworks factory so far. He had a couple of bonks. He got knocked on the lava, missed sand skip once, so.
Okay, I think we'll take a time check after loss for Lee. I think Boris still made a little bit of time on Surf. I don't know though.
It feels a lot far. It feels a lot closer.
Yeah. I think, what was it, a 105? It's 104 now.
Yeah.
That 1 second, that one bonk. Alright, Boris is in within a minute. Oh, did I miscount? Oh god. Some commentator I am, eh?
Yeah, we'll definitely take a look once they both leave Lost Fleet. Surf is currently struggling with this hover here.
Okay, that's, again, another opportunity for Boris to claw back some time.
There's been a lot of opportunities for Surf. Sorry, for Boris to claw back just a couple of seconds. Again, just like we've said at the start of each race, every second counts here. Every bonk, it adds up at the end.
Boris opting to go the safe way. Oh no, also in troubles. Okay.
Boris will claw back a couple of seconds. He did get hit by an enemy though, so we'll see how it adds up. Okay, Boris didn't get hit by the exploding bars this time. But he does bonk on the roof.
Boris has been having problems with that roof. That rock's hanging a little too low for him.
Surf is now in the Jack and the Beanstalk side area.
Clock having a very, very comfortable triple cat snipe there. He actually messed it up in his last run. I think he only got 1 out of the 3, but he took 3 shots, hit 3 cats. So really impressed by that.
Yeah. That third one is pretty much optimal if you have the time. Just go for it anyway. But those first 2, you definitely want to be hitting those. All right, now they're both in the same mini game. That Surf is currently wrapping it up.
Oh, I don't know if Surf. I think he might have been idling there. He could skip that cutscene a little earlier, but I think he let it play out.
Yeah. Again, if Surf can, if Boris can skip that a little bit earlier, once again, another 1 or 2 seconds. And we'll see how Boris goes coming out of the area. Yeah, he does.
Alright, 29:32. I guess we can take a quick. Oh, I think it is under a minute now. Ooh. I think that still. Okay, wow.
Oh, okay. So what, 53 seconds?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it's about that.
I think, I'll be honest with you, I think that we still, maybe Boris lost a bit more time on Blue O, but I'm gonna guess Blue O takes like 30 something seconds. The lead is still 20 seconds from the beginning of the race. I think it's just been a bit back and forth, besides the egg deficit.
Yeah. Well, speaking of egg deficit, Surf is now about to even up the egg count here. He's going into subs. As we said before, Surf will be doing both subs eggs, and Boris is only doing the first one because he did Bluto back in Seashell Shore.
Oh, Sub missing that sub there. Unfortunate. Oh no. It's not what you want to see.
This is an opportunity for Boris here. This is a big opportunity.
Oh yeah. Surf not feeling confident with subs 1. I hope that isn't the same in subs 2, but this is not a good sight.
Yeah. Surf's now getting that egg right as Boris starts subs 1. So whoever gets out of this area first will be in the lead.
Boris also looking to have a bit of a shaky subs 1.
This lead literally comes down to Surf subs 2 here.
I think so.
Ooh. Boris is really struggling with subs 1 here.
Surf also with subs 2.
Yeah. It's just not a good day for subs. But it looks like Boris has, taken that lead back.
Yeah, There's still one more. I thought that was it. Oh no. There's 2 more. Oh dear.
Yeah, 2 more.
Jeez. Yeah, I think Boris is in the lead now.
Boris did come out of that side area about 32 minutes in. Right on the dot. So yeah, Boris is definitely taking this lead right now. Get a time check. 32:27 for Boris.
And just like that, the lead has shifted immensely. It's insane.
Yeah, once again, we've been saying it the whole time. It could have just gone either way there.
And I'm beginning to feel worried for Surf because Boris is ahead and he has rocket storage, which could propel him even further ahead.
Exactly. He could end up really far ahead here. Oh, it's not that far. Boris is ahead, but he's not very far ahead though. It's only like 8 seconds.
Hey, wow.
Yeah, because Boris came out 32:27. Surf's come out 32:35. This will be very interesting to watch. Of course, they are 8 seconds apart, but it does look like a lot more because we are using a loadless timer, and looks like Boris has got a bit of a PC advantage here.
Yeah, Boris has got a pretty hefty PC. Surf opting to play safe too. Not the thing you want to be doing after that kind of subs, I'll be honest with you.
I think that jump wouldn't have got it anyway. I think Surf did get hung up on that geometry a little bit.
Okay.
And now it's back to good old gongs and 4x3 cutscene transitions. I would also like to know, both of their gem routes are pretty optimal. Both of them got the 10 gems that are inside the room that Bentley's portal is in. Boris was 1002 and Surf was 1001. So
Oh wow.
both of their gem rats, yeah, their gem rats have been very good for this run.
That's interesting because Boris was struggling with gems in his last run. There's a big like difference there, but almost to the gem, almost identical.
I think one of the biggest advantages, like not just in saving time, but I think one of the biggest advantages with the rocket storage route is because you don't need, because you can save 1,000 gems over the run. You have so many more backups. Like the totem poles in this level, Boris only went for one of them. Normally with the older route, you would go for all 3 of them. There's a good amount of backups you can get. So realistically, I think Boris has a bit more play with his gem routing.
I think Surf missed out on a good cycle earlier in Bentley, which again it's a shame to see, but the small bits of time save that he could be picking up to even out the playing field is falling through his hands here.
100%. Surf had a very good lead at the start, but unfortunately that is it's starting to whittle away here. Now that we're heading into Scorch, oh, this could be bad news for Surf.
If Boris hits rocket storage here, then I think it's it might be a done deal.
Yeah, I don't really want to call it early, but it could be GG's.
Yeah, the only thing we could hope for if Boris hits rocket storage, I don't mean to wish ill on the runners, but if Boris hits rocket storage, we kind of have to hope he messes up if we want to see a game 3.
One thing that would be interesting to keep it close is if Surf went for Purple Rock and then Surf and Boris missed rocket storage.
Oh yeah. I guess we just have to wait and see if Boris is feeling good. It might be he might be hitting it, but again, it's down to how Bentley plays. There are still some RNG factors in hitting this. You might get caught on a really unfortunate cycle where Bentley throws when Scorch shields up. So you can kind of get ruined without your own fault, and if that happens, then that's that, you know.
Yeah, we can manipulate what rockets Bentley is going to throw, whether it's green or red. We can't manipulate when he throws though. That's kind of the thing. We also can manipulate what Scorch does, because if you hit Scorch before he gets into his next position for the next attack, he will throw those fireballs no matter what.
Oh, I think Boris might be on a bad cycle.
Yeah, and also
yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
That's not good at all.
Alright, well, this is bad news.
Welcome back to Buzz.
Yeah, oh, Bentley. Yo.
He's in the way. Oh, this is definitely an interesting Scorch fight.
Yeah, alright. I think he might be able to get it here.
Get your popcorn out.
Oh, hold on now.
Oh,
hold on.
Hold.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Right
Beautiful.
in front of him, too.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
Beautiful. You could not ask for better positioning.
Yeah.
You just couldn't.
So, Boris lost 25 seconds in that Scorch, but Boris has a rocket and Surf doesn't. That is... Oh, man. So, right now we got to hope that Boris is kind of sloppy if we want to see Surf pull this back.
Yeah. They're both leaving at the same time in terms of real time, but in terms of what's going to happen in Midnight Mountain, I think Boris is going to pull ahead very strong here. We'll watch him use our rocket. Now we actually get to see the rocket be used. It's exactly the same as Purple Rock. We use in the exact same spot. But, you know, this time it's with the rocket.
Oh, Surf, I think jumping just late there. Got the Bianca cutscene.
Yeah.
Surf is 25 seconds ahead because of that unfortunate Scorch. So, I think Surf's going back to grab Purple Rock. Oh, he is.
He is. Oh, okay.
That's kind of
interesting.
Oh, that's kind of bad, actually.
Yeah, this isn't a good time to be getting purple rock, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think if Surf could see the time difference, I think he would opt out of getting it, but he doesn't know, so
Yeah. Maybe Surf might just have to go without purple rock if we
Yeah.
get a race 3.
maybe.
Yeah, Boris is just taking this lead right now, and he's just gonna steam ahead with the. As long as Boris plays consistently, I think he's got race 2.
Yeah. I'm curious if Boris could be on PB pace, because his run has looked pretty good. He didn't make any big mistakes, and he got the rocket storage, so potential to PB, which would be hype.
Yeah, apart from the 2 wall glides in Sunnyville and Babu Terrace, Boris really hasn't had any major mistakes. He's been playing pretty cleanly. The start was a little bit rough, but once we got out of Buzz, Boris really picked up his game.
Okay. Oh, it's unfortunate, like, Boris has finished Crystal Islands 39-10, Surf hasn't even landed in there, and he's almost at the 39 minute mark. This is not good.
Yeah.
I think Surf's gems were also kind of butchered, because they had a very similar gem route. I think because Surf went back to get Purple Rock, he was kind of screwed on gems. I don't think he was going to be able to get 1,200 gems.
Yeah, getting those 1,000 gems, realistically you want to be getting them earlier in the run.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to just be able to buffer in some gems, be able to carry it across. Forrest struggling with torch jump here. 3 attempts. Oh.
Oh no. Oh, he almost had that one too. Oh no.
And that one too.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Oh, this is interesting. I think Boris might be PB pace. I'm afraid
Yeah,
for Surf, but this is interesting.
Here's Boris's route. So he gets the end of level egg and then turns around and goes straight for tank.
I think it might be a little weird for me, because then you have to double back on yourself to go back to end of level.
Either way, because if you do the slide first, you still have to go through the area that connects the falling rocks to tanks. But if you do tanks first, you still have to double back on yourself. So
I guess so, yeah.
yeah, and there's Boris pre-firing those shots to get that tank that's right at the edge there, and he gets it too. Because until you get close enough, those tanks are always trying to stay behind those plots.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't a terrible tanks too there for Boris.
Yeah, mouse and keyboard strats really. I'm really happy they've been showed off, because I don't think we've seen mouse and keyboard besides that. So I'm happy it was able to be showcased.
Yeah, there isn't really anywhere else in this run that mouse and keyboard strats really come into effect. Apart from tanks 2, you might as well just keep using your controller if you're comfortable with it.
Yeah, so it's cool to see the variety in there. It's a nice touch.
Yeah, it is very cool seeing KBM strats from Spyro 1 start to, infect the other games in the trilogy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Boris left at what, 39 10? It's 440 for Surf.
Ooh.
So I think that might I want to hold it out for Surf, but the choice to get the purple rock and take a bit of a riskier gem route, I think, bit him in the behind, because Boris was able to hit rocket storage. I'm interested to see if Surf is able to claw it back bit by bit. I'm also interested to see if Boris is going to be able to pull a PB out of this, because I think I believe in bar the 40-year-old rando, but I believe 2 people PB'd in the 337 relay. And it'd be really cool to have like a trend of runners PBing in events. I think that's a really sick trend to have.
This event could just be PB Central. It's like, if you want a PB, come race.
If you want a free PB, just come on down.
Yeah.
So I'm really hopeful that Boris keeps it together. The race mindset, obviously we kind of want Boris to mess up a little bit so Surf has the chance to catch up, but I would like to see Boris get a PB. I really would. Really would. Oh, Surf just no.
Oh no, Surf. Oh, that's gonna be devastating.
That's unfortunate. It's not taking him too far back, but it's just the mental weight of it. I can imagine it could be really bad.
100%. Boris is still playing very well.
In no sign of slowing down. He's doing really well. I think this run might be a PB attempt, honestly.
Speaking of PB attempts, I'm looking at his run right now. He's currently a minute ahead of his PB.
Oh? Wait a minute. He's a minute ahead.
I'm looking right now. His Desert Ruins entry is 44:08.
Wow. Wow. Now I really want him to PB. Jeez.
Yeah, I want him to just finish this out and play consistently.
I mean, again, we entered this competition. Boris was the underdog. Boris, like, off of leaderboard times and the feel of the runners, Boris was the underdog. And to see him show up today for 2 runs back to back, like, he started this race a little sloppy. Obviously not the best, but he's really coming to form in the second half of this run.
Yeah, the shaky start is basically irrelevant now. He's really shown up, and he's really, once again, just like race 1, he's shown what he can do. Boris is definitely a very solid runner.
100%, yeah. It's I don't want to give off the idea that it can be one runner is you have a good runner and just like a not so great runner. Both runners on Showcase right now are very talented and skilled speedrunners, and it's just insane because, funny thing as well, Surf in the 337 relay actually PB'd as well and was the underdog for the race and won it for his team.
Yeah, it's true, he was. He had a really, really good run in that relay race as well.
And it's interesting now because the tables have turned. The tables have completely turned. Oh,
Surf just died on the Dino jump.
Yeah. Again, I feel bad. The weight of everything must be overbearing.
Yeah.
It's upsetting to see. But it's weird how things work. Because, yeah, Surf was the underdog in the 337 relay, and he won it for his team. And now the tables have completely turned to where Boris was the underdog, and now he's probably going to PB by about a minute.
Yeah, Boris is really just... He's pulled all guns blazing.
Oh yeah. I think once this is over, I don't think he can look back with any regrets. I think he's played really well for 2 races.
Oh, 100%. And especially after, I was talking to him a few hours ago, and he was talking about, how he thought he was going to lose, and he thought he was going to get demolished. And for 2 races, he has played exceptionally well.
He missed Boris missed the red bandit there, which is a little upsetting. But honestly, I don't think much can stop him right now in getting a juicy PB.
The only thing that can stop this right now is like the worst sorceress in the world.
Yeah.
I think we might need to pull both of them into this room after this, and I want to hear both of their opinions on this, because...
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah.
I know Boris is going to be ecstatic to share his performance.
Yeah, Boris is going back into Desert Ruins right as Surf goes into Desert Ruins for the first time. This is the lead that Boris has on Surf right now.
Yeah, that's... He's a level and a half ahead of Boris. Oh, ahead of Surf right now. Desert Ruins and Dino Mines. Oh, Dino Mines. Molten Crater.
100%. Boris is not getting his last egg. Surf is many eggs behind, which is very unfortunate. He's 8 eggs behind.
Jeez, yeah.
Hi, Spyro.
And yeah, Boris is on his way. I think this is going to be a really, really juicy PB from Boris. We love to see it. We love to see it.
Both runners have, even though Boris has had a considerable lead for both races, Surf has still played very well.
Oh, yeah. Like I said before, both runners are extremely talented, and I don't want this race to give off any connotations, because both runners have played really well, but Boris has been exceptional today.
Yeah, Boris has just played out of his mind. For someone who's not, feeling the greatest when it comes to sickness, and, considering it's about 2:20 in the morning for Boris right now, he's really shown up.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. he's not feeling the greatest, and it's like super early in the morning for him.
He's sick and sleepy and playing like this. I don't know what's happened to Boris. This is the best I've ever seen him play.
No, hey, maybe that's the strat. You gotta really just tire yourself out, get a little sick, get a PB.
Yeah. Get a bit of a cold. Just pull an all-nighter and just run, and you'll just play like a god.
I know, that's the strat, yo. That's how it is. We've been singing our praises for a lot of this race, but honestly, this has been a fun race to watch. It's a shame we don't get a game 3, but honestly, both of these games have been terrific to watch.
Yeah, we don't get the third race, but we've had 2 fantastic races. Both races we've seen the leads switch sides.
Okay. Yeah, it's been interesting. There's not been a single race where someone's been in the lead in the early game and that's it. Like you said, it's been back and forth. It's been joyful to watch. And obviously, I'm really happy we included rocket storage, because we wouldn't be having the upset we're having right now if it wasn't for it. So.
Yeah, 100%. And here comes the PB for Boris.
I know.
There's no way he can't PB this anymore. Here we go. Get your GGs ready.
Beautiful. Love that.
48:34.
Love that.
Oh my god.
That's a minute 23 PB. That's
Boris
insane.
Just. Wow.
Jeez, I'm curious. He bopped a couple people with this run in an event, in a race. Like, oh my god.
Yeah. 48:34. That puts him in 6th.
In 6th? Wow.
He's bopped Surf.
He's
bopped 1, 2, 3. He's bopped 5 people in this one run.
Jesus. Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, that's the bragging rights through the roof. I feel bad, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. He didn't just bop Surf, he bopped a number of people here. That is just fantastic work from Boris.
Damn.
And here we go. Surf going to wrap up his run. He looks like he's going to get a good 50-minute time. So he's not too far behind his PB, considering he's got a 49:37. So compared to BB, Surf has still played pretty well this run.
Yeah, Surf has... Again, Surf, but besides the first run, Surf has played pretty well. Like, with this run, he is gonna miss PB by less than a minute, which for a race, for a race setting, is not bad, honestly.
Just take a look at Boris's comments here about the run.
He's shaking. Oh no.
He's shaking.
Oh my. Yeah,
I think he's listening right now. I just want to say before you even get in here, you played fantastic, Boris.
Oh yeah,
you've definitely put on a show.
Yeah, you thoroughly impressed us and the viewers. It has been a joy to watch.
100%. And again, just like we said, it's another PB in the Reignited racing. Like,
Oh yeah.
it's a theme that's just always gonna happen. now.
We have to keep it going. We have to keep it going.
We do. We need to ask who wants a PB.
Who wants a free PB? Come on down, join the event.
Yeah. You want a free VP? Come race.
Oh, Surf got hit by the thickness.
Yeah.
There's an interesting thing where Sorceress's stomach, I don't know the specifics behind it, but Sorceress just being next to you can cause you to get hit, which is heartbreaking if you're on a vehicle.
Yeah, 100%. Speaking of free PBs, I may have just received a DM from someone who wants a free PB and they want to race NBS. They want to race NBS with me.
Let's schedule it. Let's get it down. Oh my, I love it. That's so good.
And just like I said, it's gonna be a low 50 for Surf.
Yeah, and again, like a low 50 is pretty good for a race setting. Oh, hold on. Okay, GG's to Surf. I'll be honest with you, for a race setting, he's pretty close to PB. 30-40 seconds to PB. That's still really impressive. But
That is very, yeah.
next to Boris, it looks like upsetting almost. I hate to say it.
I just can't believe Boris pulled out a 48-34. That was just absolutely insane.
Yeah. Okay, so if you give me 1 second, I'll mute for a sec. Clock, summarize for me, please. I'm lost for words.
Oh
honestly.
my god. Okay. Well, I mean, the start was really close. It was, we're coming out of Sunnyvale. It was like 20-30 seconds. Boris, being an egg up and being technically behind, pulled back 20 seconds in midday gardens, which was fantastic. Both of them had very interesting bamboo terrace wall glides. Both of them had very shaky wall glides. And then we get to Evening Lake. Boris pulls out a very clean Evening Lake, pulls ahead by 8 seconds. Surf unfortunately went for Purple Rock Storage when it probably would have been better to not go for it and just pick up gems earlier in the run. Unfortunately, because of his gem routing, he was kind of forced to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And Boris, coming from a 49-57 to a 48-34 PB, that honestly, that second race was fantastic.
And that was beautiful to watch. I think we're gonna bring both the runners into the voice call now and kind of get their thoughts on the race and see how they feel.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see. I can tell there's going to be some emotions in regards to these races, so I'm very curious to have them in.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Surf? Okay, Surf, while you're here, can you summarize how you feel, my man? I know the first race may not have been the best, but how you feeling right now, boss?
Impressed?
Oh,
GG?
yeah.
Fucking massive PB from the boy.
Mm-hmm.
On my side of things, all I can really say is I got to practice.
Well,
So look forward to seeing a bit more of this.
You came pretty close. We were saying while you were running, Surf, even though Boris put on a hell of a show today, you still played really well in that second race to be 30-40 seconds behind your PB in a race setting. That's pretty impressive.
It's all right. Yeah. No, I'm not gonna knock it. But again, I didn't match it. I know where I went wrong, and I don't know. Maybe losing game one that hard probably made me recognize that I need more time with Free Any. It's been a minute since I really grinded it, and it shows.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
it'll be
I'm so happy.
interesting. It'll be interesting to see your progress after this. Hopefully, it provides as a motivator for you to kind of hit Boris back, because 48-34 is pretty good. But I hope you're confident in getting there too.
Hey, he bops me not just in the race, but on the leaderboard. I can't say anything except GG and respect.
It's a respectable answer,
Yeah.
Surf. Thank you for the sportsmanship. I think we have Boris in here too. Boris, if you want to give your summary, how you feeling, boss, after a big PB like that?
Man, I am tired. I am sick. I want to go to bed. But, holy fuck. I actually feel a little bit disrespectful because that's like you said, that's fucking cruel. But I want a huge shout out to fucking Surf, because Surf, when I first joined the speedrunning community, Surf was the first person there to be nice to me, let me in, give me some tips, and really just take me through 3NE, and I honestly think Surf's the reason where we're at today. And I thank you so much for that, Surf. Honestly, Surf deserves to be a mod. Genuinely, one of the most underrated people in the community, in my opinion.
That is the most wholesome thing I've ever heard in my life, bro. At the end of a race, that my heart,
Don't make me cry.
my
Don't
heart.
make me cry, dude.
I'm being real, like genuinely.
That's really sweet, honestly. Yeah. I think, honestly, even though this race went the way it did, I think we all owe a massive congrats to both Surf and Boris putting on a hell of a show. The sportsmanship, unmatched, honestly. We're not even racing anymore, and the love these two have for each other as athletes and as friends is beautiful. Honestly, it's beautiful. So
I'm coming to pop you though. Just putting it out there. I'm coming to pop you.
No, please do. Look, my goal in this category was top 10. We're here now. Like I might find it, but it might be time to move on to something.
I would also like to add, Surf, the beginning of that second race, you came out very, very strong. Logic and I were talking about it. You were a good 20 to 30 seconds ahead. Logic and I were saying, that first race might have given you the energy to maybe pull out a really good run in that second race. And honestly, you pulled out a solid run in that second race. Apart from Bamboo and having to go for Purple Rock, that was an impressive run. I was very happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was
Bamboo. Can we talk about Bamboo?
What happened? I need to know.
Okay.
I think I probably spent a tenth of my life just trying to do that beginning jump, and I only pulled it off in the second one because I was unwilling to death abuse again. Like, no, my pure determination will get me through it, but I definitely lost a lot of time to not having practiced that jump enough. Well,
I mean, in the end, honestly, even with that unfortunate moment, it was still a pretty close race through and through. And again, I'm really thankful for you guys for coming out today, putting on a hell of a show. I'm really excited to see how you guys perform after the event now too. Again, Surf, I hope this motivates you to kind of hit Boris back, you know what I mean?
You're right. That's exactly the
It only took me
feeling.
6 months. I told you when we first met I was gonna pop you.
Oh.
We're now in June. That was in January. So.
Oh man.
Not bad going, really.
I'm super happy at the love and the quality is shown today, but I think we are going to call it here. So thank you guys so much for watching. The channel, I think, has done really well off the first race, and I'm really happy we opened the channel with this race. This race was amazing for a first race for the channel, so honestly, I appreciate everyone that came here today. Every single person. Thank you guys.
Congrats to Logic and Clock for commentary, and Logic especially for once again managing the stream. Man is a bit of a monster.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate just everyone enjoying themselves. That was the goal, and I feel like we hit that today. So I'm really happy.